Hey Capricorns, how y'all doing? Welcome. We're going to be taking a look at your second half of my general reading here. So in your meditation, really short but sweet, I saw the image of a diamond ring, like kind of like your standard looking engagement ring. And then I saw this snake come into the forefront and kind of wrap itself around the ring, kind of put its head through it. It was very small, and then it grew and grew and grew and grew and grew. The ring stayed the same size though. And it grew and grew and grew until it really just couldn't, fit within the ring anymore. And then I saw it kind of bite down on the diamond bit. And then I saw the words, the depths of transformation. Depths of transformation. So snake medicine, I'll just talk about snake. That is very much about transformation, about change. It's about shedding one's skin so that you can go forward with, this can be on a lot of different levels, but it can be of a spiritual healing sense, emotional healing, physical healing, a healing of perspective, right? When a snake goes and sheds its skin, when it's time to shed the skin, it's when the snake is at its most vulnerable. Its eyes cloud over, so it can't see very well, and it needs to be in a safe space where no one's going to bother it, because that's really when it can get eaten. So within that, I feel like there's something in that for you, and the going within the diamond ring and then kind of expanding around it and growing out of it and then biting down on it. The symbol of a diamond ring is a really interesting one that can be a bit charged. On one hand, we think about engagement rings, right? But when I also think about a diamond, I think about the 4 C's. What are they? Cut, clarity, color, and there's something about the perfection of the diamond, or how hard it is when you give it like I forget what the test is. There's a test that you can do to a diamond to determine its hardness, to determine its authenticity, determine its worth and value. And you know what they say, that diamonds are formed under pressure, right? When you expose something to pressure for a given length of time, then you get a beautiful end result diamond. There's something in that. The snake shedding its skin and the pressure, creating the diamond. Also, diamonds are mined, right? From within dark places. And snakes, when they shed their skin, they seek out dark places, private places, to show that skin so they can rub their bodies against rocks and that shedding process. Really interesting. Let's go ahead and see what your cards have to say. Hey Capricorns, let's go ahead and see what your animal energy is for the second half of animal energy. Oh, beautiful, stunning, perfect. Okay. Very good. So the elephant, this is really perfect with what we saw for you, because the elephant is called the gentle remover of obstacles. It's coming up a lot in the readings today, actually. The gentle, I'm hearing if you feel called to do so, this feels similar to how the Scorpio reading went, and elephant was a big part of that. That and the Gemini readings. If you feel called to watch the Scorpio and or the Gemini readings, they could be, I feel like they're holding hands with the energy I'm picking up for you. So gentle remover of obstacles. There's also an aspect of the elephant that equates to the hermit in the tarot, which is about going inside of ourselves with the big questions, the philosophical questions, the spiritual questions, right? And really doing ourselves the service of taking the time to really check our own inner landscape, right? Because our inner landscape is a direct reflection of our external experience. If you look around you at any given point in time and you don't really like what you see, you don't like what's going on, you're dissatisfied, right? Then it's time to really look within you and see what's going on internally, because chances are something is askew. And by shifting that internal perspective and alignment, you can then shift your outer circumstances of reality, at least to some extent. That's really beautiful. The elephant also is very auspicious and considered in cultures to be a sign of good fortune and good luck. So I really like that. Also, fire is a form of transformation and known as the transforming element. So you got that as well. Also, snake energy is fire energy. So this is really, really coming through for you with this fire energy here. The fires of transformation, elephant being, a fire energy. It's really cool. Let's see what's going on. Oh, brilliant. Very good. So we got the 6 of Wands here, but more fire energy for you. I'm here for it. So this is so stunning, because 6 of Wands is about achievement, victory. It's about getting, accolades and recognition for the work that you've done and the person that you are in a way that other people can see. So this is really beautiful. And there's that feeling of like, wow, yeah, a job very well done. It's a really beautiful energy. This is also an aspect of this of being in the spotlight or being in the public eye in some way or being at the center of attention. It's interesting because with lemur medicine here as well, lemur medicine, because of the black and white aspect of it as well, really comes up as a Two of Swords energy, which is about, taking the time to pause for a conference between the heart and the head. Really taking some time out to really go, okay, heart, where are we at? What's going on? And then the head, okay, where are we at? I'm really listening to both aspects of yourself equally from a space of stillness and non-attachment, really being open to what comes up for you in those, still moments. I feel like this Six of Wands, because that also feels like the elephant. I feel like this Six of Wands is speaking to an achievement point, or I'm reaching a place of stillness and acceptance. And I feel like you've reached a place of peace, which is really beautiful, right? It's really beautiful. Let's see what else is. Oh, yes, here for it. So we got the Page of Swords here. So this is beautiful. So the Page of Swords is about, it's air energy, right? We were just talking about the Two of Swords. So this is information. It's insights, it's personal revelations, it's messages, it's offers, it's contracts, it's notices, right? I do feel like there's going to be some news, because see how it's looking there? I do feel like there's going to be some news coming towards you. There's a beautiful opportunity or some news that's coming that's going to be very welcome. But I also feel like overall, there's an aspect of this that really speaks of personal insights. You are tapping in and becoming aware of aspects of your inner workings that are going to lead to some true transformation. When we are in a place of full self-awareness, which again is not a state for all day, every day, right? We're spiritual beings having a human experience, and that ain't it. But when we are able to tap into deeper levels of self-awareness, we are then have full autonomy over our choices and our perspective, which means that our subconscious isn't negatively affecting our choices one way or the other. We are in our full knowing, we are fully self-aware, thus we have full autonomy, which basically means that we can make choices from a place of love and not fear. We can be fully aware of what we're doing, our motives behind things. We have access to the bigger picture, which is beautiful. Talk about transformation. And it's interesting too, because when we think about a diamond, right? Cut, clarity, color, carat, they're supposed to be clear, right? Like the more clear they are, the higher value they are. And then we're talking about the clarity of self-awareness. It's amazing, actually. Amazing. Wow. Okay, what else is going on? Wow, look at this. Knight of Wands, ending on a fiery note here. This is, wow, Capricorn, work it out. I like this for you, all this fire and flame here. Knight of Wands is about, first of all, I think we mentioned this, but wands are about the actions that we do or don't take around the work that we love to do, and or the interpersonal relationships about which we're passionate, right? So, but it is about actions, right? It's about the doing. So Knight of Wands is very much about fast, forward-moving instinct that leads to action, right? You see it in action movies a lot, right? Where it's like, no, I'm just going to do it and think about it later. We don't have a plan. Oh, well, we'll do it live. It's that kind of energy, right? Which can be, and I say this with complete love and understanding, Capricorns, that can be difficult for you when it really matters. I think you guys have a beautiful, spontaneity to you, as long as it is fully accounted for and there's at least a loose plan in place, right? It's one of your stronger points. That's why you're such a grounding influence to, others around you. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing, right? Which is interesting because the elephants equates with fire energy here, right? From an animal medicine perspective, but it's also a earth animal, right? So it's interesting how the fire and earth is coming across here. With this Knight of Wands as well, I feel like there's an aspect of not just throwing caution to the wind, because it doesn't really feel like that. It really feels like allowing yourself to experience the full extent of your own pleasures, whatever that means for you. Giving yourself permission to really listen to and follow your instincts. That's what it is, right? And that's a really beautiful thing. I also feel like in terms of like those of you who be artists or in a line of work that is not traditional in terms of like, you know, a corporate setting or anything like that. The outliers, as it were, the artists, the healers, the creators, the inventors, right? I feel like there's something in this for you that says really allowing yourself to fully embody your purpose in this way and give yourself permission to fully go for it. I'm seeing this show called, there was this show, I think it was on NBC, like a subsidiary of NBC, one of the like other channels. It was called The Prophet with Marcus Lemonis. And holler at me in the comments if you know it. If you're Capricorn, some of you definitely have seen The Prophet with Marcus Lemonis. Kind of like an offshoot of Shark Tank, where he would go around and offer to invest in fledgling businesses, like put money into it. And he would always say, when he was about to write the investment check, right? He would say to them, are you willing to quit? Because if they had a day job, like if they worked like at a day job as an accountant at a big finance firm, but then at nighttime they did this business that he was offering to come in on, he would go, are you willing to quit your day job? And if they said no, then he wouldn't invest. But the reasoning behind that was that he would say, why would I like put money and time and expertise and all into something that you're not willing to take a chance on by quitting your day job and giving everything you got to this? That's the kind of energy that I want to work with. That's really coming through for you. How invested are you in yourself and what you're doing in terms of your purpose and your work and what truly makes you passionate? How invested are you? Are you all in? Are you all in? Are you all in? Let's go ahead and get some advice. Why not? Get some advice for Capricorns here. Woo, come on. Oh, interesting. You got a reversal for your advice, and I'm here for it. So, Four of Swords in the upright means rest, recuperation, meditation, doing less, right? Really taking the time to recharge and reset before going out and taking action. You got it in the reverse. It's funny because I feel like the Knight of Wands is commenting on this. The time for rest is over. No, it's a bit dramatic, but I mean, have we met? I feel like with this is really saying, like, you know, in terms of the Four of Swords, this is all about allowing your thoughts to become in alignment as well. I feel like you know what to do is rather the point of this. I feel like you know what to do. I feel like the writing is on the wall. I feel like everything is at a place where you're like, yeah, I know what I'm meant to be doing. I know what it is. And you are really being called to action. The time for thinking about it or even overthinking about it is over. You're being called to action. Look at all this energy. The elephant is working with you in terms of transformation and the gentle remover of obstacles to move you forward towards, you know, what you're truly passionate about, which is brilliant. And the universe is supporting you in this pursuit. Stunning. Really, really nice. Let's go ahead and get an oracle. I'm feeling like a Stephen D. Farr. Let's do an earth magic oracle for my earth signs. Why not? Here's the oracle for Capricorns. Oh, I just got shivvies all over my body. Like, dawn, new beginnings. Are you serious? Y'all, what were we talking about? Transformation. Are you all in? Really giving yourself full permission to follow your instincts and really, really pursue what you truly desire, doing what you truly want to do, what you're here to do, what your soul purpose is, right? This is really beautiful, Capricorn. I got to tell you, I'm also feeling a relationship in this. I feel like this is also speaking to a relationship in your life. Yeah. Could be a relationship with yourself always, but I'm feeling it's another person, or it could be like the work that you love. But I feel like it's a person that feels like you're entering something about this shift and transformation is going to positively affect your relationship with this person. This could be like family, friends, a work cohort, a love, a parent. But there's something about this, or child. There's something about this that feels like this is going to positively influence your relationships. But that makes a lot of sense to me. Because when we are coming from a place of full self-awareness, that inevitably is going to give us access to greater understanding of ourselves and others, greater compassion for ourselves and others, and allows us to really break down the walls that keep us separate from other people that we love and bring us closer together, right? When you're truly self-aware, you can really say like, oh, you know what? Let me communicate from heart space. Let me say what I really mean, right? Well, let me really dive into like what I truly from my heart am trying to say and what I want and how I see you and what I'm grateful for and all of those things. But dawn, new beginnings. This is really, when we say a whole new chapter, it gets a bit trite, but this really is. And the fact that you have the elephant here and that transformation and the snake, right? Snake is also an aspect, it's the totem for healers. So I do feel like there's something in that for you. And you could also be involved in work that's going to heal or help others in some way. Whether it's art or actual healing work or the work that you do kind of helps others in some way, the medical profession, a million different things, therapist. But this is really beautiful. Dawn, new beginnings. And it feels like this is coming after maybe a dark night of the soul, but maybe just more restricted vision or overthinking. Because with this Four of Swords, overthinking, analysis, paralysis, or the pains of indecision. And that's the thing too, like doing nothing is a choice. Doing nothing is still an action, right? And you're being called to really come up out of that. Step in, out of your head and into your instinct is the point here. Out of your head and into your instinct. And I keep hearing it again with the Marcus Lemonis thing. Are you all in? Are you all in? Go for it. The universe is supporting you in your pursuits and your endeavors. It's really beautiful, Capricorn. Really take advantage. It's a really beautiful energy. So with that being said, beautiful Capricorns, I'm sending you so much love and blessings for the second half of July. I so hope that this helps and resonates. If so, please do let me know in the comments below. I absolutely love reading your comments. Please like, share, and subscribe. I would so appreciate that. And most of all, just thank you. Thank you so, so much for being here. And most of all, and as always, just thank you for being you. And be well. Until next time.